A quick backstory: last year in March 2023, I cut my hair, and the moment I could grip my hair, I started braiding it into mini braids, and that's when I began my length retention journey using protective styles. I want to make it clear that you do not need to do protective styling to retain length in your natural hair journey. It is possible to grow your hair and retain length without it. And so if you're not interested in keeping your hair in long-term protective styles, then this video is not for you. And also, if you are more so interested in learning how to style your hair, I'm sorry, but this video is not for you. This is for people who are lazy when it comes to their natural hair journey and just want to focus on the easiest way to retain length. In the early stages of my natural hair journey, I would do mini braids for about a month, and then the following 2 weeks I would do a different hairstyle, so maybe large twists. And then after those 2 weeks were over, I would then go back to doing mini braids as my go-to hairstyle. But since then, my routine has changed from doing large twists to going back to mini twists. And so I alternate between, in the first half of the year I did mini braids, and then around July or August I started doing mini twists. But right now it is September and I have mini braids on. So for the most part this whole year my hair has been in a protective style. I will not be taking the mini braids out until the end of the year. I will, however, be redoing them at the end of each month in order to get the shed hair out. So now some of you may be frustrated with the fact that you have been protective styling for a long time but it doesn't seem to be working for you. It's not that protective styling doesn't work. It's not that mini braids or mini twists are horrible hairstyles. It's how you go about installing them, taking them down, and taking care of them while you have them on. That is what determines whether or not you will retain length during your journey. So before you go into installing your mini braids or mini twists, whichever hairstyle you've decided you're going to use, you need to wash your hair. You need to start on a clean slate, clean your scalp, clean your strands. And then you want to follow that up with a deep conditioner. If you use conditioner, I know some people don't, so if you don't, that's fine, but I use conditioner, and so you can go in with that, and then after you've rinsed it off, then you can start the process of installing your protective style. So when I'm installing my protective style, I sometimes use a hair grease or I use a hair butter. And so as I'm braiding, it's up to you how big you want your braids, but normally I do mine quite small or medium, so that's between small and medium. And then I don't part my hair, by the way, so don't look at my scalp and then think it's untidy or anything like that. I just don't part my hair. I'm too lazy for that. I just grab whatever the Holy Spirit tells me to grab and I go with it. I apply the grease or the hair butter, and then I will start braiding my hair. And also make sure that you do not braid your hair too tight, because then it's not a protective style. The whole purpose of this hairstyle is for it to be low tension, so there's no tension on your scalp. You don't have any bumps that you normally get when you use hair extensions, and also it's to protect your ends as well. So now that you have your mini braids installed, it's time to decide which routine you're going to go with. Are you going to wash weekly, bi-weekly, once a month? It all depends on how your scalp feels. So for me, with mini braids, I tend to wash them once a week. And because I work out as well, sometimes my scalp can't handle longer than that, so I will wash my braids once a week. And then after washing my braids, I will follow that with a moisturizer, so a butter, or I just go back to using grease or just hair oils. You don't have to do mini braids. You could do the twist that I'm showing on the screen right now, but these don't last long. The same with mini twist. So my routine with mini twist is a bit different. I tend to wait about 2 weeks before I wash my hair, and then I will go through the same process. I will wash my hair and then I will add conditioner. So with conditioner though, I do alternate. So for one wash I will do conditioner, and then the following wash I won't, and then that's how I do it with my mini twist routine. I don't wash weekly, I wash bi-weekly. but the important thing is I still take time to take care of my hair. You can't just put in a protective style and then neglect your hair. That is gonna cause you a lot of breakage, especially when you take down your braids or your twist, whatever style you have. Because your hair is so dry and has been neglected, it will then mat, and then it will lead to breakage, which will then cause you to not retain length. That's why some of you, your hair has been stuck at the same length even with the use of protective style. The only issue that I have when it comes to mini twists is that I do notice that I have to redo them quite often. Unlike mini braids I have a set time, so that at the end of the month, and then it's not a must, but I prefer to do it at the end of the month to get rid of the shed hair. But with mini twist, sometimes they unravel at the end, and so I have to redo them, or they get I get bushy roots and then I have to redo those. If you don't want bushy roots, I do recommend that you start braiding them first and then you follow with the twisting. But I'm too lazy for that. I just go straight into twisting my hair, and I have to deal with the consequences of that, which is having to redo them quite often. So when we talk about moisturizing your hair, everybody's routine is going to be different. So mine is I only use 2 products when it comes to re-moisturizing my hair, because I don't want to cause a lot of build up. So I will either spray my hair with warm water, or I will use a leave-in conditioner. If I don't have a leave-in conditioner like a hair juice, in one of my videos I do show the products that I'm talking about right now. If I don't have one of those, then I will just use warm water, and then I will use butter, or I will use grease, or oil. I do not use all of them at the same time. It's one or the other. So I only use water, or a water-based product, and one of the 3 that I just mentioned. If I use hair grease, I will moisturize my hair once a week. The same applies for the oil. If I use a hair butter, I will re-moisturize about 2 or 3 times a week. But the important thing is I do not wait for my hair to get dry. So for example, let's say your hair gets dry on day 5, then it's important that you re-moisturize on day 4 or day 3. Do not wait until your hair feels brittle for you to then hydrate it with water and then go in with your butter or whichever product you like to follow up with. I know some people, when they do protective styling, I used to be one of those people. I would change it every 2 weeks, and again, you can grow your hair by doing that, but I found that my hair tends to react better or retain more length if I leave it on for a longer period of time. So this is one of the reasons why I went back to mini braids, because I don't have to redo them quite often compared to mini twist. And so I leave them on for a long period of time. I maintain my moisture routine, cleansing, and that really helps with retaining length, and especially with low manipulation, which is why I would recommend doing a protective style, because you get to keep your hands out of your head unless you are moisturizing your hair. Last but not least, it's very important that in order for you to retain length, you have to be mindful of how you take down your protective style. So how I do it and how I would recommend is to use conditioner. So you're going to apply conditioner on your braid or your twist, and then you're going to take it down using your hands. Some people use combs, but I prefer using your hands. And then you're going to detangle your hair with your fingers, and then you're going to follow in with a comb. So I do have a video about detangling your hair after a protective style. So I hope those tips helped, and good luck on your natural hair journey.